I'm bringing you guys along for a day in the studio for wind down season. We're prepping because next week I'm doing something I've never done before. I'm doing reduced working hours for the end of July and maybe a little bit of August too. We do need to prep some Patreon content and just kind of keep on track of admin and a few other little things that need to get done before reduced working hours start. So let's get into our workday. Hey guys, welcome back to the studio. It has been too long. I was actually thinking about this yesterday because I was editing the vlog or the video that I'm putting up on my channel this week, which by the time this vlog goes up, I don't know if that will have been 2 weeks ago because my YouTube schedule is like a little bit chaotic for July because I'm trying to upload 2 videos a week. So I'm doing like shorter tutorial content as well. And I'm trying to batch it as well because I am planning to go on my holidays soon, but we'll get into that. Anyway, I was thinking about this yesterday when I was planning my YouTube schedule for July and I was editing yesterday's video. I realized it has been nearly a month since I picked up my camera to vlog, which I think is like the longest I've gone without vlogging since October of last year. I've usually tried to vlog like once a week or once every other week. I was like doing really well by always having like a vlog ready to edit if I didn't have time to like film something new. And yeah, with the renovation and everything that went on, my schedule got really chaotic. It has been a very weird period in general in the studio because it's also summer, so it's not exactly a busy time, but because I've not been in here as much, or like I wasn't in here before, I feel like every day since I've got back into this space has just been like a head down doing admin kind of time. It's also tax season in Italy. I know for most other countries tax season happens the start of the year around February, but in Italy taxes are actually filed in July, and also it's a massive holiday season in August because basically like the running joke is the accountants file all of the taxes in July and then all of the accountants close and go on holidays in August. So August is always the busiest period for holidays in Italy, and we live in Sardinia, which I thought most of you knew, but I mentioned that in my last vlog, my moving vlog, and a lot of you commented that were surprised that I lived in Sardinia and even in Italy. A lot of you didn't know that, but I have lived in Italy now for, I want to say 6, maybe 7 years. We've lived in Sardinia for 3.5 years, and it is about to be peak holiday season. Sardinia is a very popular destination for Italians going on holiday, and we live right by the beach, so it gets pretty busy here. So yeah, welcome back to the studio. That was a little bit of like random just information catching you guys up. You may notice I added the final, or like not the final, but some more of the finishing touches to the space since the move-in vlog. I literally did this yesterday evening. I was planning to go to the beach yesterday evening with Joe, but it ended up being like a random, very windy evening. So we decided not to go because usually when it's windy, you can't really swim anyway because the waves are too high. So we decided to stay in, and Joe made fresh spaghetti from scratch. We got a KitchenAid for our new kitchen, and honestly, he has been doing so much baking and cooking, and it has been just like amazing. I've been baking too, but his background is in kitchens and culinary. He actually studied culinary, went to culinary school, I think is like the correct term for it. Anyway, he studied and trained to be a chef, but every so often he gets into a very creative mood in the kitchen, and I highly appreciate it. So last night he made us spaghetti, or actually he ended up making noodles, or he used the spaghetti to make like Asian style noodles, but made it from scratch. flowers and eggs and everything. And while he was doing that, because it takes a little bit of time, I decided to put up some of the frames that went up with command strips, because everything else was on like shelves or hooks, and I left the hooks in even when the builders came in and redid the plaster and paint. And I also started to fill out this board, because if you have been watching since before we did up this space, I used to have more of like a bulletin board style board here, and then this is like stick-on cork, so it actually sticks directly onto the wall. I got this off of Amazon. I shared it on Instagram before, and a lot of you asked for the link, so I will put the link to this in the description. But it's like squares of cork that sticks directly to the wall. It used to be stuck up over here, but when the room got repainted, I asked for that to be left up and just the builders paint around it, but one of the builders did not get that message and just ripped it all off of the wall. But it ended up being one of those like happy accidents, because when I was reorganizing the room when I moved back in, and I just put the furniture in a different setup, and I put the armchair here, well actually that was an accident as well. That was just kind of where it was left in the room when it got put back into the room. And I kind of liked it because it's right by the window, and it has a little coffee table down here. Basically, yeah, I was rearranging the furniture and I decided to stick the cork directly on the wall where the bulletin board used to be, because the bulletin board, I didn't use it as much as I wanted to because it was very small. It was also very thin, so it didn't actually like hold standard pins. A lot of the time I would end up blue tacking stuff to it, which kind of defeats the purpose of the bulletin board. The cork board is up here now. I love how it looks because it runs right to the desk, which I absolutely love. It just looks like such a creative space. I love it. I got inspiration from Sarah and Miscellaneous on Instagram. She has a massive cork wall in her home studio behind her desktop, and I loved the look of it. When I put this up, I was very tempted to buy more cork and run it the whole way to the ceiling. The ceilings are pretty high in here, but I don't know. Would it be too much? Anyway, yesterday I pinned some stuff up. I started pinning some stuff up. I sorted through some of the frames and stuff that hadn't been hung yet. I actually cleaned off the old bulletin board. The studio's starting to feel put back together again, and I am very happy to have you guys back and to be bringing you along for a little day in my life as I prep for wind down season. Next week, I'm doing something I've never done before, which is I'm doing reduced working hours for the end of July and maybe a little bit of August too. But I have been looking forward to this for a while. I made this decision kind of around the time that we were staying in the Airbnb during the renovations, because a lot of the time our days during that period were like very, very chaotic, and it had to be really, really super flexible with when I worked or when I would have to like work on a weekend day, because in the middle of the week we needed to go and like pick something up or make a decision for the house. So I kind of got this inspiration that because summer is a quieter period, and now that my live teaching for all of my courses has finished up and I'm getting ready to transition my Amazon KDP course into an evergreen on-demand course, I don't have any live teaching. I have a few live streams, but other than that, I don't have any like weekly live streams because both of my courses have now finished up and I am ready for a summer break. However, in previous years since working for myself, I have never managed to have a like successful summer break period where I either don't work during it, like I'm not doing a little bit of work, or I'm getting really, really stressed out because I'm not doing any work. Last year, I didn't take a summer break because my sister got married at the start of September. So I actually decided not to take a break all through June, July, and August because I knew I would be taking like 3 weeks off at the start of September because we actually did like a road trip. We got the ferry from Sardinia into Spain and we drove from Spain all the way across to Portugal where my sister was getting married. But I was definitely like burned out and exhausted by the time it came to the trip because I had worked through the whole summer. I also had like the worst creative block last year. So working through the summer was just like extra pressure and stress. So this year what I decided to do was something a little bit different, which I'm calling like reduced working hours, where basically I'm going to be taking like the mornings and the evenings not working, and then in the middle of the day when it's just like too hot to be outside or to be at the beach, I will do like posting on social media, updating my emails, maybe doing some YouTube editing for like a couple of hours in the middle of the day. So I'm still checking in with all of my different work projects. I still feel like I'm tipping things over and keeping keeping on top of things, but I'm still creating like chunks of time where I am out of the studio. I'm gonna be going on artist dates. I'm gonna be getting up early in the mornings and going to the beach and like watching the sunrise and reading my book and just enjoying like time outside before it gets super, super hot during the day. I'm really looking forward to it. I think that because I've planned it and I have like blocked it out in my Motion calendar. I've been using Motion for 2-3 weeks now. So far, I'm really liking it. I'm realizing how bad at managing my own time that I was before I started using Motion. But basically I have blocked out my time in Motion for starting next week, where from the mornings up until about like 11:30, 12 in the afternoon, I am not working. So I can sit and watch YouTube videos, or I can get out of the house, go on artist date. I'm gonna get a sketchbook out. I might do some painting. I might just read. I don't know. I'm just very excited. I haven't looked forward to like scheduled time off for summer since I was teaching full time. And ever since I made this decision and like added it to my calendar that I'm gonna do these reduced working hours, I finally had that like summer holiday feeling again. And I'm just really looking forward to it. However, there is a lot of stuff that does need to be sorted before the start of next week. I did sort out like all of my taxes and my invoices and stuff already this week. I did that on Monday. Today I am prepping some content for my Patreon members because I want to have as much Patreon content as possible scheduled for the next 2 weeks, so that I'm not having to like check in with that too much during the time that I am working in the middle of the day. I want to just be able to use that for keeping up to date with emails, keeping up to date with social media, because I've been on a really good streak with that lately, and also having like a lot of fun with it, and also keeping up to date with YouTube because I really wanted to post 2 videos a week in July. Anyway, we do need to prep some Patreon content and just kind of keep on track of admin and a few other little things that need to get done before reduced working hours start. So let's get into our workday, even though I'm saying that and it's like 12:15, so it's nearly lunchtime. So let's check some emails and then have some lunch and then do some workday stuff. It has been a very productive day. I actually ended up spending the whole afternoon just prepping Patreon content, but I have everything from Patreon members scheduled for the whole of July. The only thing that I haven't scheduled is our monthly live stream that happens at the end of July. But other than that, everything is ready to go, fully scheduled, which means I don't have to actually put any content up on Patreon for the next 2 weeks while I'm on my holidays, which I am very excited about. Oh, Joe is calling me. Hold on. Joe was just calling because he actually went to the dentist this morning and ended up having like a tooth removed. So yeah, he is on soft food only for the next week and was not prepared for that. So that is what I was out doing. I needed to go and grab some soft food for him for this evening, and he was just ringing because he thought of something else that I forgot, or that he forgot when I was leaving, to add to the shopping list, but it's too late now. We're at the car wash, so we can't go back. So yeah, Patreon content is scheduled. I really love the wallpaper collection that I created for July. I called it the Coffees for Cuties, and it has iced coffee and matcha lattes and like matcha strawberry lattes, and inspired by all of those cute aesthetic drinks that are just all over my Pinterest feed. But I already have them set on my lock screen. Let me show you. On my lock screen I have the iced coffee and good vibes only one, and then when I swipe up to unlock, I have the pink coffee pattern on the home screen. I like doing like a mix and match of my lock screen and my home screen so that they're like of the same theme but like slightly different. I love having a pattern on the back of my home screen and then like a matching quote on the lock screen. So I really love how they came out. I also have the summer coffee menu one on my desktop. That one is actually going to be the July freebie Friday. There's always a link to my Patreon in the description under every single YouTube video. YouTube viewers and subscribers get 25% off at any time using the code YT25. You can use that code to get 25% off your first month, or if you do an annual subscription, you can get 25% off your whole first year. If you are not already a member of my Patreon, you can sign up using the link in the description. I also have a ton of freebies over there, so if you want to go and check out the freebies, including this month freebie Friday, which is already up actually by the time this video goes up. I just remembered that it definitely will be up by the time this video goes up. So I will put a link to the July freebie in the description under this video, and if you see other things that you like over there, you can go ahead and use the code YT25 to get 25% off and become a Patreon pal. It is my turn to go into the car wash now, so we're going to wash the car, and then hopefully, if the sun isn't already gone down, I thought since I've finally set up my Osmo Pocket 3 car holder, which if you know, you know. If you've been watching the vlogs for a while, you'll know that I have been doing some pretty risky things with my vlogging camera. I blue tacked it to my dash during Vlogmas so I could vlog on the go, but I finally got my Osmo Pocket 3 car adapter, so I thought once we're finishing the car wash, we could maybe go for a little sunset drive. Prettiest sunset I think I've ever seen here. The moon was rising. I don't know if the camera picked it up really well. I actually ended up using my iPhone. My vlogging camera doesn't really have like a great zoom on it, or at least it just wasn't picking up the colors as nice as my iPhone camera was. So we'll see how pretty the footage looks or not. But yeah, I'm really glad that I finished out today with a little sunset drive. I'm gonna head home now because Joe called again. I did not realize how late it was. I was just enjoying the evening a little bit too much. Oh my goodness, the moon is so pretty. Let me see if I can. Look how pretty. Hey moon. So pretty. Let's go home and have some dinner. Also, I rarely go for like drives like this on my own and like bring my vlogging camera with me. And of course, the one time I'm like, I'm gonna take a drive at the beach and vlog, I bump into like two like couples that I know, like Joe's cousin and also the couple that we rented the Airbnb from were out walking their dog. So I was like, oh my goodness. I am still learning to get comfortable vlogging in public. So when I do it, I try and go places where I'm like, I'm not gonna bump into anyone that I know here, but of course it would be my luck that this evening, after not picking up my vlogging camera in a month, I'm like, yeah, let's do a vlog. Let's leave the house and vlog. And then I would like bump into people that I actually know while I'm vlogging. Oh my goodness, the sky is so pretty and all the flowers are out. Okay, I'm gonna head home and I'm gonna end out this vlog here. Let me close the windows maybe because you might not be able to hear me. I am gonna end out this vlog here. I definitely was rusty vlogging today. I don't know if this vlog is gonna end up being like super chatty or like super aesthetic. I'm hoping I got a good balance of the cozy aesthetic vibes and the chat, but I feel like I had so much that I wanted to tell you guys today that I feel like when I look back on this footage, I'm gonna be like struggled to edit it to make it make sense. But either way, I hope that you guys enjoyed coming along for this vlog. I really do want to vlog more next week and the end of July while I have some time out of the studio, and maybe do some more like personal vlog, take you around some of the coastal spots here in Sardinia and show you my favorite places to go to the beach and show you a little bit of this beautiful place that I live in. I know that this is not a travel vlog channel, but I hope that you guys are gonna enjoy seeing a little bit more of that content. If you made it to the end of this vlog, go ahead and comment. Let's comment the coffee emoji. Comment your favorite coffee emoji for the iced coffees for cutie wallpaper collection in the comments below, and let me know in the comments what you are looking forward to for summer. Are you taking a summer break? Are you traveling? Let me know what your summer plans are because I would love to hear. I will see you guys in the next video and I will chat with you guys in the comments.